All right. Good morning. It's stalker time, baby. And the stalking of today, as you can tell from the background here, is a winter mod, which is a bit of a well, I wouldn't say winter mods themselves are rarities, but I have not played too many of them because most of them are kind of awful. But yes, today's mod is called Lyod in Russian, or simply ice in English. And I thought I would just read the brief summary from the mod page here rather than trying to remember what's going on myself because I never do anyways. So this mod is a story short modification, or a short story modification if you prefer. Short story modification Ice for the game Stalker Call of Pripyat. The plot tells about a stalker named Rogue who went to the center of the zone on the instructions of the bartender. The protagonist wakes up in an abandoned hospital, not remembering what happened even yesterday. Not having time to come to his senses, it turns out that he is being pursued by unknown people. It seems that it's time to make legs. Two locations are involved in the mod, Hospital and Limansk. So yes, it's some kind of short winter story mod, and it has this spicy frozen main menu background. Very exciting. And actually, now that I listen to it, this might be Metro music. It sounds very Metro-ish to me, whatever that means. But anyways, I know there's some funky, like, freezing to death mechanics and stuff like that in this mod, which are detailed briefly on the mod page, so hopefully that won't be too catastrophic, or maybe hopefully it will. It could be fun. Every year the winter in the zone is getting colder and colder. So I assume there's some kind of deep lore here that hopefully will be uncovered. Where I am, what am I doing here? Can't remember the last few days. I really like this feature they have. It's not voice acted as far as I know, but they give you these little kind of subtitles and kind of mini cutscene things. I noticed that when I was starting up the mod before. So let's see. We have our friend of the skeleton, as is tradition. And yeah, you start off here in Gospital from Clear Sky. So let's see. Where I am, what am I doing here? I can't remember anything, and I don't have my PDA to look at personal records. Oh yeah, that's something. There's no minimap, and there's no PDA at all. I'm pressing the button. It ain't there. So that's neat. The last thing I remember is how I took some important task from the bartender. Apparently this case is the purpose of the task, and then darkness. What's in the case itself? I get the feeling that I know its contents, but the memory does not want to return. Okay, I need to look around. It would not hurt to find matches and food. Maybe there are some bugs in this hospital. Okay. So I'm supposed to look around, find matches and food, and bugs, apparently. I don't know if I'm going to eat the bugs. A sturdy and closed case with a lock. A shotgun. Some basic supplies. And I guess my name is Slick today. That's a good name. So let's see. Take the contents of the stash. Alright, first aid kit. Matches. I'm cheating a little bit. I noticed these items back here when I was testing the mod. Sorry, please forgive me. And you'll notice around the edge of the screen I'm getting a little bit chilly. I think it said you have to stand near bonfires or burners to heat up. I don't know if this little candle counts or not. Oh yes, and your food. This is funny. All the food you find is frozen. You can't eat it. These frozen canned food can be used in hockey instead of a puck. So you have to unfreeze the food at a campfire, which is very cute. For unknown reasons, lighters explode in the hands of the owners. Ah, good lore. Okay, I don't think this thing counts. This year the winter in the zone is colder than last. It would not hurt to find matches and food. Okay. I'll do my best. It almost looks like I could climb up here, but I think there's a wall in the way. Yes. What a shame. And we have, a medkit and some lore, perhaps? Clear Sky Fighter record. Wow, well, there was a massacre inside this hospital. The Monolithians were well prepared. They set up machine gun points and snipers on every hill. Of us, the fighters are not very good, but fortunately a mercenary came to our aid. That's Scar. Wowee. Thanks to him, we managed to get through 2 halls. In the 3rd hall, these travelers began to attack us in batches. So they died if the untimely grenade launcher. Scar went on through the catacombs straight to the Chernobyl nuclear power plant. It remains only to hope that ours will be able to accomplish their plan to stop Strelok. I hope so many of our guys died not in vain. Oh, I'm dying. Speaking of dying, maybe I should not sit around admiring the skeletons. That is cute lore, though. A fallen member of Clear Sky. So I guess when the ice on the screen, oh yeah, I'm like super dying. Oh, shotgun shells? I think I need to find a campfire very quickly. Honestly, at this point, it might be better to just, like, reload. Okay. Alright, let's be a little bit more, I don't know, more alacritous. That's totally a reasonable word to use here. I can sit around and read lore when I actually have a campfire so I don't freeze to death. It did say, I believe you can actually turn off the freezing. I'm not going to, of course, but yeah, it's just an option in the menu here, freezing system. What do you think I am, some kind of casual? Alright, I will just, oh yeah, I also noticed if you look here, it says concrete slab, don't move. Which, I assume that means it will move later, but I don't know for sure. Alright, hello Mr. Skeleton. Pardon me, I'm in a hurry. And hello Mr. Jerkops, welcome. I am freezing to death. Presently. Hopefully not for too long. I guess that explains why there's all these fucking skeletons around here. Oh, can I go up here? Nope. Feels bad, man. Well, there's a lot of food here, but it's all frozen, so I can't eat it. Oh, that looks important. A key of some kind. Alright, well, I've got a lot of matches, but... Ah, key required. That must be this key. 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 Okay. Ah, it's warm enough here. It would be worth lighting a fire and warming up. Ah, perfect. Light a fire. Oh god, I think I'm on fire. So what do I have? So I woke up in an abandoned hospital. I think I was standing on top of the campfire when I lit it there. Oops. And I don't remember what happened to me during those few days. The only thing I remember is that I took the task from the bartender. Hello, skeleton. The case that I have with me, apparently just for this assignment. Just what is a case? What's in it? And for what? Unfortunately, I don't remember this. I like this little intro here. Ah, there we go. I am no longer burning to death. A walkie-talkie. This stalker must be located in an abandoned hospital. I think somebody is looking for me. Are you sure he's there? He had nowhere else to go. Okay, check out the hospital. Eliminate him and take the case. Ah. It looks like they're talking about me. It's worth getting out of here. But hold on, I picked up so much lore items. I need to I need to read the text first. Ah. Oh, look at that. A little tip. The fire is your best friend. With it, you can warm up and warm up frozen food. Okay, so yeah, I got all these frozen sausages and stuff. If desired, this frozen stick of sausage can kill someone. Okay, warm up food. X. Oh. Okay, very immersive. Oh, and okay, so the fire is temporary too. Well, I probably don't want to... I don't know if I want to use up all my matches so quickly. It would be foolish to return. Surely these unknowns will come from there. Okay. Let me light this again real quick. Burn. I like how... You've got so much... Oh, right, I can't... I wanted to check the message log. But I can't because there's no PDA. That's a bit unfortunate. But let me... I know you're not supposed to have a PDA in here, but it's kind of unfortunate if I can't read the text in the mod, you know? I might just illegally cheat and turn that back on solely for that purpose. I promise I won't do anything untoward with it. If I can find the PDA button. Oh, no, I think they maybe somehow, like, completely destroyed the PDA button. Okay. Well, never mind then. I will just have to be very careful about reading the text on the screen before it goes away. Okay, fair enough. Welcome to the scuffed version of Metro surface levels. Well, I don't know. Oh, source unknown squad. How long will you be at the abandoned hospital? Oh, okay. They're going to be here in approximately 10 minutes. Oh, box. I don't know, this is not looking super scuffed so far. It's actually looking quite... Oh, vodka. This best invention of mankind helps to warm up a little. I really like all the little features they have in this mod, like the captions and the tips up there and the little flyover cutscenes and stuff. It's very cute. Okay, so I do have quite a few matches here. I probably don't need to worry too much about running out of those. Although the fires don't last very long, do they? Oh, some more supplies. Many, many skeletons. Presumably left... I mean, these must be left over from the battle at the end of Clear Sky. What was it? Who said that? It's better not to go ahead. It is all the more suspicious that there are so many corpses. We need to find a way to pass this corridor of death. I'm going to turn up the volume a little bit. I usually have it quite low, but it seems like a slightly quiet mod. Well, obviously, if they're going to tell me not to go this way, I'm going to go this way. Oh, you just die instantly. Okay. Well, you know, they said corridor of death. And they meant it. Oh, item received writer's note. Find an artifact exchanger. Huh. Okay. Oh, nice nav mesh. Alright, let me check. I've picked up a bunch of stuff. Let's see. Writer's note. This stalker is a jerk. Hold on. More rat somewhere. Flawless. Okay. This stalker is a jerk. No, just to say, or in extreme cases, to shout. And he took a piece of rebar and threw it at me. And this is because I decided to take a pebble. He said that the zone is not a place for walking. It's like I didn't know that. Because of this armature, I passed out. I woke up and the stalker was gone. That bastard left me. Never mind, I'll get to this room myself. You can't go through this corridor. There is an invisible anomaly. It instantly kills. There is no other way to go further. The stalker said that it can be passed if you have a special exchanger artifact with you. He said that this artifact should be on the first floor of this hall. Okay. I need to find the artifact. And a professor's note. A wish-fulfilling room, that's where I need to be. It was. Found a man who introduced himself as Stalker. He assured me that he could escort me to this room. A third writer went with us. Such a person from him, we had a rejection of each other. He is a representative of the creative class, which means that he definitely needs to argue about science and humanity. I decided to go back for my backpack. It was a huge mistake. The zone does not like it when a person returns along the same path he came from, said the stalker. And it turns out that I can only wallow and wait for my death. This is Stalker 1979, the film reference. Very cute. The professor and the writer and the stalker. Oh, hold on, I'm freezing to death. Burn brightly so that it does not go out. Is the main character internal monologuing? Yes, he most certainly is. Okay, so can I... Well, let me just warm up my food. I don't know if... I assume that the food gets unwarm if you stay away from the fire for too long, but let me just do it all right now so I can understand how this mechanic works. Oh, I don't have food to reheat. Okay. Alright, so yeah, I imagine all this is going to be... All this is probably just going to be frozen again as soon as I take a few steps away from here, but that's fine. And let me turn up my sensitivity just a little bit. I always get mixed up because, like, the sensitivity slider in Call of Pripyat versus Shadow of Chernobyl is, like, not the same. Carefully. Oh, more lore. Bruto's note. Shouldn't have messed with these two. At first I managed to steal an artifact from their hands and escape. However, they caught up with me in the field of bubbles. There they shot me in the knees, took the artifact, and then threw it off the hill, and there was one of the bubbles on its slope. That's how I ended up in an unknown place, according to the CCP, an abandoned hospital. Oh, according to the PDA, an abandoned hospital. God, I thought she was a legend to scare newbies with, but it turned out that it wasn't. This is my death. I won't be able to get out with such legs. And yet those two haunt me. One of them was in a costume of pure bourgeois, and looked like a girl in physique, or did it just seem to me? He was far away, I couldn't see, and the second I remembered, there were different rumors about him. It was definitely Miller. Huh, Bruto and Miller. I'm assuming this is also a reference to some other game, maybe Metro or something. Miller from Metro, ah, that must be it then, yeah. Okay, so I'm a little bit cold now, which is fine. Door locked. Okay, so I've got to find this special artifact so that I can pass the corridor of death. Apparently. Now you will be warm food. Very good joke, Jerk-ups, thank you. I may have to... Oh, sorry. May have to run back up there and warm up again. If it gets too chilly down here, oh goodness. Is this guy stuck? He sounds like he's stuck. He is stuck. Oops. Video games. Hello, Junkyard Dog. Welcome. Good to see you. Bruto, you don't know. Well, it could be it could be translated differently in Metro or whatever. Oh. Some more stuff. Yeah, this mod is very Metro with all the environmental storytelling skeletons and the lore and the music playing. All right, I'm about to start freezing painfully, so let me go back to the fire for a moment. Oh, and let me check. No, my food is still unfrozen. So I don't know if that just takes a while or what. Get on fire already, he says. Oh yeah, just in time. Oh, did it not, oh no, I guess it's not guaranteed to work. Oh crap. Please. Fire. Light. Come on. Okay. I didn't realize that was a thing. I see. So the matches are not guaranteed to work. That's unfortunate. I think it does say that they're like damp matches. Ordinary, slightly damp matches. Yeah. Okay. Well, I better get a move on then. I don't know if I was just getting spectacularly unlucky there. Or if, like, you can only light the same campfire a limited number of times or something like that. That would be very hardcore. If you could only use each campfire, like, 3 times or whatever. I respect them for actually putting something in that container there, by the way. People often forget about it. And they've replaced the water in the floor with ice. Very cute. Oh. Oh, there's another one. Also stuck. Eh? Oh, footprints. Worth following them. Okay, I found a clue. Follow the footprints in the snow. I will after I make sure I'm not missing any loot. Oh, another fire. Let me just light this bad boy. Get a little checkpoint. Well, it's not actually a checkpoint. You don't have to. I don't think this is a campfire save type of mod. It is comfy, though. Let's see. Sunrise suit. Gas mask. Oh, yes, and so if I'm really in a pickle, I can chug this vodka and maybe freeze to death a little bit slower. No detector, I notice. Alright. Let's follow the footprints. Oh. So they go here. But the door is not open. Can I break the door? Oh, wait, what? Oh, I think the hitbox on the interaction here is just kind of weird. Okay, whatever. Well, here we are. I'm inside. And we have a PDA. PDA of a stalker. Both of them, writer and professor. More Tarkovsky here. They only think to sell their lives at a higher price. The professor decided to go back. Here is the fool. We have completely lost him. He knocked out the writer. Let him calm down. Or I knocked out the writer. Let him calm down. In the meantime, I'll get the cash with the artifact exchanger. Damn it, the cache with the artifact turned out to be under a blockage of snow. I can't dig it out with my hands. It is necessary to look for a shovel and dig a hiding place. I just wanted to find a shovel, but suddenly a bloodsucker attacked me. It touched me. I locked myself in a room. I don't have the medicines I need with me. Apparently it's time for me to die. Zone, why are you doing this to me? Oh. Oop, sorry. Poor fella. Zolna. Yes, this truly is Zolna. Okay, so he said, I think I kind of unintentionally already figured out what I'm supposed to do here, because I noticed there was a shovel over here. And I noticed there was a case in the snow back there, so. Gimme shovel. Take a shovel. Okay, I have received a shovel. And then, pretty sure what they're talking about is right about here. Dig up the stash. Item received, artifact exchanger. Okay. Oh, and it's gone. How nice. Go through the corridor of death. Wow, I have an artifact. We need to hurry. Soon these unknowns could appear here. Okay, I'm hurrying. Let me just, Huh, so this... I feel like this... Okay, no, never mind. I guess I was just getting really unlucky before. That's fine. Ugh. Abnormal education. This type of artifacts is designed to give them to a deadly anomalous zone. In return, the one who gave this artifact to the deadly anomalies can pass through it. In some cases, such artifacts are used to get another artifact from the anomalous field from anomalies, found in moderation. Okay, it's kind of gross looking, actually. So yes, it's called the Artifact Exchanger because you exchange it in return for not dying in the corridor of death. There you go, item lost, Artifact Exchanger. I see. Hello, skeleton. Oh. This is actually so Metro. I kind of like it, actually. And I got a real gun. Oh. Okay. What have we here? An Alternativa-style climbing cutscene. Center, we entered the second hall of the hospital. Alright, unknown number 1 is chasing me. We're stuck. In front is a dangerous anomaly, judging by the corpses. Alright, so they're at the corridor of death as well. We need an artifact liquidator to go further. Oh, there they are. What does this camera work? Okay, we'll send the right person to you. We'll be in 7 minutes. Was the stalker found? Wow, look at this angle. Ooh, some real cinematography up in here. Not yet, but we have come across traces of his recent presence. Perhaps he is still here. Oh, damn, I need to get out. Well, that corridor of death is proving rather convenient for me. It's actually something... Oh. Yes, what are these bastards? It feels like I know, but damn it, I don't remember. Okay, I need to get out of this hospital. Follow on. These unknowns are already here in the hospital. Crap! You need to get down as quickly as possible. The corridor of death will delay them for some time, so you cannot hesitate. Ah, more vodka. Perfect. It's somewhat interesting to think about from a zone culture and dynamics perspective how winter would affect stalker camps. Yeah, I feel like most winter mods are just, you know, it's winter out, but nobody actually does anything differently. The only person it ever affects is the player because they implement some stupid freezing mechanic. And nobody else gives a shit. Which is, like, understandable because it's kind of hard to make them give a shit in a reasonable way, but still. Oh. PDA and a stash key. Oh, and here's the concrete slab. I kind of feel like I could just grab onto this thing and pull it down, frankly. You would personally imagine a lot of stalkers would leave for the big land once it starts becoming cold if they don't have the means to shelter. Well, I don't know, I mean, I guess that depends on how hard it is to get in and out of the big land. With the military checkpoints being what they are. Let's see, I got Hos A17 Prinz key description. That might be the fault of my machine translation, I'm not sure. And we got a PDA, was it? Oh, okay. Entry number 1. Again, I found myself fucking understand where, and again this cold. But in this case, it's not the fault of some scientists. Winter came by itself. And this year the winter is much colder, but it's okay. If I could get out of the station, then I can get out of here. I met a stalker. They call him Axe. He also ended up here by chance. I decided to team up with him in order to get out of this hospital. True, this stalker is a little strange. Proudly calls himself a real stalker. Well, hello, we've arrived, but what about me or the rest? Did they turn out, according to his logic, not real stalkers? Everyone is so wrong, and you are such a special and real stalker here. I thought that a real stalker is modest in the first place. And here we see how some bouncer at every step throws show-offs about what a real stalker he is. I've seen such. Okay, I won't get to the bottom of it. Axe slipped and fell to the first floor. You can immediately see a real stalker. He died like a stalker. On the first floor of this hall is Yakut Winter, the place or area where sub-zero temperatures reach their maximum. According to the records of the dead monolithians, I learned that the key to the door leading further is located just on the first floor in one of several locked safes. Fortunately, the same monolithians had the key to the locked safe. There is nothing left but to go down there and look for the key. We should stock up on vodka. It helps to warm up a little. Okay. So I have a key to a safe. Apparently it's very cold down there. Because the cold air collects or whatever. But I gotta go find, Wait, what was in the safe? Is there another key? Okay, the key to the door is in a safe, and I need to open the safe with a different key. I see. I see. Well, I'm finding a lot of vodka here, which might come in handy. So they say it's very cold down here on the first floor. I don't know if that really, like, has any gameplay implications. Oh, the key is not here. Okay. Like, maybe you freeze faster in this area? Key required? Okay. I guess I'm just looking around for safes down here. Ah! Sorry. Oh, God. Electra's my mortal nemesis. Ain't that always the way? You wanted prop corpses. There are prop corpses. Oh, yes. I mean, this is one of the most prop corpsey mods I've ever played. Though some stalker texts and lore do talk about people coming in and out, provided they find holes in the fence in the patrols. Yeah, I feel like that's something that changes a lot from setting to setting. Or, you know, from different interpretations of the lore, is just how much are people actually doing that on a regular basis. I mean, I'm sure, like, Sidorovich in his bunker will be just fine. Oh, I'm freezing, hold on. Or I'm about to. Ah, damn it. Again, I find myself fucking. Yeah. Relatable. Hello, Sonia, welcome. Good to see you. Okay, here's the, let me just light up here. Get toasty and then kind of go fast. Right. I don't actually need to click on these because I know they're empty, but I'm going to anyways. For completionism's sake. I mean, I don't know, it could be that this mod has deep game mechanics, Jesus Christ. Where, like, the key is always in the last one you search, for instance. So it might not be a complete waste of time, although it probably is. But now I need to find another one. Probably the last one. Ah, there it is. Oh, and this must be the dead stalker. And here is the very real stalker. What a dingus. Oh, the key is not here. Oh, okay. Well, that's surprising. So there's another one around here somewhere. And I'm starting to get a little frigid. Oh, there's one. Aha, finally a key. Open the door on the first floor. Aye, aye, Captain. We're getting out of here. But first, let me not freeze to death. Please. I don't want to die. There we go. It's a little... it makes for some nice tension. I guess you could just, if you were really in a pickle, you just start chugging vodka, but still. I do kind of like that mechanic there. Alright. And I've still got 10 matches left, so... as long as you search carefully, it doesn't seem like that much of a problem. Now where is the door? Is it over here? Which mechanic? The fact that the matches have a chance to fail. Because, you know, like, you're out there getting chilly and you run back to the fire and you're about to freeze and try to strike the matches and they don't light. And you go, ah, oh no, I am going to die. It's very exciting. Uh-oh. Center, stalker detected. Open fire. Group B, come to us immediately. Oh, mission updated. Pursuit. Run. Ah, okay, I'm running. Ah! As you command. I guess I'm fine. Wait. I mean, I do have a gun. Can I not just kill these people? I guess I'm not really intended to, but... I mean, why not? Am I not a stalker? And look, look, I would have missed all this hot loot if I just left. Oh, there they are. My goodness. Well, now the volume is certainly plenty high. I guess if they were really feeling cheeky, they would just make these guys invincible. In fact, I would be unsurprised if they aren't. Oh, no, they're not. You can just kill these guys if you want to. I guess there's no real benefit to it, because I can't get over there and loot them. But that's pretty... Although, wait. Can't I? Oh no, the door locks behind you. Okay. So, you can do it just for the passion of committing murder, but... I don't think there's any practical application, unless...
Hey, кто-нибудь!
Aha! I got a free gun out of it. Easy game.
Ко мне! Ко мне!
Okay, very nice. I'll drink to that. A lit fire burns for about a minute. Okay. Have I heard a rap that Mr. Krabs dropped just recently? No, I can't say I have, Sonia. Oh, damn, the degrees have gone down, though it's even colder out here. Weasel, can you hear me? Weasel, can you hear me? Over. Come on, this is slick. Oh, okay, I guess that's the same thing. Weasel, good to hear from you. Look, I'm sorry about the fight at the bar. And who says it? Oh, I guess, and who are you? Are you kidding? It's me, Lovchila. Ah, I understand. You show your resentment in such a way. No, dickhead, I just don't remember. No, listen, I don't remember the last few days. The last thing I remember was taking a task from the bartender. In how? Trouble. So let's meet, and I'll tell you everything. Okay, where are you? In one of the buildings at the beginning of the city. I won't be able to meet you. I'm wounded. I will contact. Okay. Oh, I'm very hungry all of a sudden. The weather has noticeably worsened. Now you are freezing much faster. Going back is stupid. It's funny. Hold on, I missed some text because I tried to go back because I am stupid. So let me just watch this again briefly. RE stalkers coming in and out of the zone. It's definitely something that seems to shift based on the game, circumstances, and extended universe interpretations. So within that framework, people have almost free reign to do their own interpretation on how it would be at any time. Yeah, you could certainly make a... Although, I don't know, if your interpretation for your winter mod is that everybody just leaves during the winter. Well, I was gonna say that would be kind of boring, but I guess if you are playing as one of the people who did not leave, that makes it kind of interesting, because, like, there wouldn't be very many people around. Maybe there would be more mutants. Maybe some of the traders would close up shop temporarily, stuff like that. So I guess you could spin it either way and make something out of it. This mod certainly does commit pretty hard to the whole winter thing. Although it's, you know, very story-oriented. Okay, we need to get to Lovchila as soon as possible and get out of the city. Alright. I am hungry and I am freezing to death. Much faster, apparently. Ah, so this is the... Well, obviously I just came out of the hospital, so this is the end of Limansk. Oh, the weather is quite... Who am I hearing? Zombie civilians? I don't know. Who are you hearing? Oh god. I guess I better get drinking, because... Oh wait, I can heat up here. Near this anomaly it is warm enough. Ah. Now this is some real immersive stalking. Right. Good stuff. Although I guess I probably don't want to go through there. Well, maybe I could. I don't know. Comfy burner. Alright, it seems like my breezometer is not going... Oh wait, no, it does. It just takes a while. I don't know if it matters how close I am or whatever. Okay. I think I will survive for a little bit. I can always run back here. Good morning, Lily. How are you doing today? Lovely to see you, as usual. I'm not sure. There's probably no particular reason for me to explore here, but I bet there's some loot. This mod seems pretty good at putting loot all over the place. Or at least skeletons. There we go. Oh, recording of an unknown stalker. Not loot, but lore. Even better. Actually, these burners are kind of nice because I don't have to waste matches on them. I could just sit here. Okay, so I got some lore somewhere here. Oh, cat entry. What? Cat entry? Where did I pick that up? I don't know. I can't feel my legs. These infidels have broken through the defenses. Forgive us, Monolith. I fell and broke my legs, so I passed out, but then I briefly woke up due to a strong rumble. The sky lit up with a bright red color. Birds began to fall from the sky. It seems that these infidels still managed to break through to the center, and the Monolith got angry. Oh, in vain we angered the Monolith. I crawled away. I'm watching the zone. The release has already ended. It is changing in a dangerous and terrifying way. I am swallowed by a feeling of darkness, as if dark times have come for the zone. I bleed around only the corpses of my brothers. Apparently this is how my story will end. History of the cat. Huh, I think this is actually a reference to a different Stalker mod. Because I recall there is a Stalker mod called History of Cat. Or probably Istoria Kot in Russian or something like that. So that might be a deep reference. Hello, Askar, welcome. Good to see you. Oh, getting owned by Behemoth and MHW. How is that fight? I've heard some... I've heard that some of the Monster Hunter players think it's kind of weird because it's, you know... Well, it's weird on purpose, but what's your take? Recording of an unknown stalker. I moved deep into the zone, and I was already at the end of this city. My partner died in an anomaly. Sorry for him, a good man. Or was. I was just at the exit from the city when suddenly the ejection came. I outlasted it. While waiting for the release in a shelter, I sat and thought. Came in my thoughts that to continue to move into the center of the zone alone is a stupid idea. Moreover, after the ejection, the path to the north is closed by some unknown anomalous field. Need to go back. Only... Oh. Pardon me, I'm dying. Only first you need to find the exit from Limansk. Alright, so this guy decided after his friend died that he was going to leave. But then he died as well. Oh no, what a shame. Oh, and I guess that's one thing you can't do at a burner. You can't warm up your frozen food. Oh, and there are zombies here. I remember you can get into the building on the left. Oh, he remembers. I am remembering. So I guess I've been here before. Surely I'm not playing this mod as some kind of alternate timeline Scar. That would be very silly. Although I would not be surprised either. How do you normally get in here? Oh! Oh my god. Skeleton, what are you doing? Um, that's unusual. Get down from there, skeleton. They they put vodka in the stove. That's so cute. That's not there in Clear Sky. This mod is very wholesome. I like it a lot, actually. Ooh, but it's not looking good out here. Let me actually head back over to those burners and warm up a little bit. This has freeze damage, right? Yeah. Yeah, if you get cold enough, you start taking damage very quickly, actually. Stalker Winter mod where it's just you watching TV in Pripyat. Yeah. And that would be... Oh, God. All I did was crouch. Calm down. Well, I hope that heated me up. Good heavens. You would personally imagine that the overall number of stalkers would decrease, but there'd still be people who can't get out or decided to stick it out. Yeah, I guess, I mean, in that scenario, you'd have people who, like, opportunistically, you know, if everybody else is leaving, it's a good time for you to, if you can stick it out to, I don't know, find all the cool artifacts or whatever. Bap. What if Stalker but cold? That's right. Hello, Chris. Welcome. Good to see you. He's waiting for Stalker too. Yeah. I hate to break it to you, Skeleton, but he might be at that window for quite some time. Reminds you of Cryostasis. I never actually played that one. It seemed kind of cute, though. Boy, it really is cold out here if you fuck around for more than a very short amount of time. You are going to be unhappy. Is there a fire around here? I think I'm legit gonna freeze to death if I don't find a fire very quickly, or I'm gonna have to go back to the burners. Or I'm gonna have to start chugging vodka. Okay, you can see I'm taking damage now because I'm too cold. So let's get drunk and try to move quickly. Oh. Frozen sausage box. Okay, oh. Yeah, vodka does not help that much, actually. It does a little bit, but... Help. Help. Oh, cutscene time. Cutscene time! Let's go. I hope I don't freeze to death in the middle of this cutscene. Ooh. Oh my god, it's a ghost. Come here, stalker. There's a fucking ice ghost. Oh god, help me, ice ghost, I'm dying. Hello, Atomizer. Welcome, good to see you. It's a very interesting game, but the kind of jank you expected. Well, I mean, I'm playing fucking Stalker mods out here. Jank is my city. It was the first game to implement DirectX 10. Really? Well, that is quite an accolade, isn't it? Don't worry, his fingers aren't ghosted. I think they're a little bit ghosted. I'll have to investigate after I finish baking all this bread. There we go. Hello, Spooky Stalker. What are you up to? Greetings, traveler. Welcome back. Well, let's get out of the way, as they say. What brings you here? Am I just gonna, like, chat with this guy casually? Okay. I need to get to the south of the city. Only here you will not go further. At the exit from this unfinished building, there is a teleport that throws back. Okay. Is there any way I can bypass it? You know, here, in this unfinished building, there are a lot of lost people like me. And the only thing we want is peace. But we cannot acquire peace without outside help. Understood, so you want me to help you, and you help me. Not me, but we will help you. If, of course, you help each of us. And how can I help you specifically? There is a construction site in the yard of this unfinished building. Somewhere in it, in one of the containers, is my dog tag, my military dog tag, which I kept back when I did military service. If you get it and bring it to me, you can see and help the next lost one. Good. Okay, oh god. Hey. Easy there, buckaroon. Hello, stalker. See ya. Oh, medkit. Oh my god, there's a skeleton in here. Holy shit. Okay, so I gotta do some odd jobs for these construction ghosts, I guess. Oh. A very solid box for some reason. Such friendly ghosts, surely this can't be all bad. No, I think the anomaly is the problem, but the ghosts are just fine. Well, let me investigate. They said that if I try to leave, there's like a teleport, so. Remember, the #1 rule of winter stalking is never trust a ghost. Oh. It's true. Maybe I can trust a ghost. Yep. Alright. I believe you, Ghost-kun. So I need to find his dog tags, which he said were in the yard out here, I think. I bet they'll have some nice lore on them. Or I hope they will. Huh, I wonder, actually, I wonder if I'm gonna find this ghost's skeleton. That'd be kind of cool. I could bring his skull back to him. Oh, ow, 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 ow. Sorry. Oh, anti-rads, okay. Kind of annoying, having to... Oh, god damn it. Stop! Please. Why is it so electrical out here? It's Oasis all over again. I don't think so. I think I just need to... do ghost quests and then they'll weave a magic spell and get me out of here. Or they better. Actually, can I stab a ghost? Well, he's got blood in him, but... I guess not really. Okay. And, oh, so I can also... It's really annoying that there's no PDA in this mod. I don't mind not having a map or anything, but I do mind not being able to check the message log. Find a token located at the construction site. So in the dialogue he mentioned something about the yard, so I assume it's outside, but I guess it could also be in here somewhere. Too chilly for PDA. I'm not actually sure what the lore on that is, but maybe I might just not have one. Maybe I'm a poor stalker. I can't afford a PDA. Alright. I'm gonna go up and see if there's anything noteworthy on the other floors here. Oh, yeah, there's some stuff. Well, by stuff, I mean mostly empty containers, but whatever. Where's all the loot? Gosh darn it. Ooh. Well, this looks relevant. Oh. Huh. I think this is a bit fucked up. I can't light this campfire. Let me go back down and heat up again, because I'm already in Friezo mode. Help me, ghost man. I'm cold. I'm a contrarian stalker. I've predicted that PDAs will die out of trend. Yeah, right. I'm saving up for the new iPhone. I don't need this, what brand are the PDAs in stock? Are they like Motorola or something? I know they don't actually like have a brand on them, but I think the texture they use is like an exact match to some real device. Or I might just be completely making that up. Zone phone. Ah, yes, that's the one. Or just Zone for short. Oh. Loot? Get? Oh, item received. Pianist's diary. Okay. The pianist, eh? However, I'm cold. God damn it. It's a little annoying. I mean, it makes sense, obviously, but you don't, like, instantly get back to full heat. When you go to a fire, you have to sit here for a little bit. Well, let's read the pianist diary. Personal diary of a stalker named Pianist. Oh, okay, this must be a quest item for one of the ghosts. Oh, and Jerkops, you asked a while ago, and I forgot to answer it. Did I put in the weapon pack? I did not, no. It just comes like this. I don't... It's my policy generally to not make any modifications to mods because I want to, you know, experience it as the authors intended. I respect the authorial vision of shit mods. It's very important to me. Okay, so I've got... Well, I didn't find the item that I'm supposed to find, but I found an item that I'm sure I'm gonna have to find in a little bit, so... It's fine either way. Now, the true test of quality is... Pardon me, my throat is getting a bit gunky. The true test of mod quality is, in a moment here when I do actually meet the pianist, is it going to change the dialogue so that I can say, oh, hey, I actually already found that? Or is he going to tell you to get it and then you just talk to him again and say, oh, I found it, teehee. It's the kind of attention to detail that I always look for in a mod. Okay, but I think I can conclusively say that the dog tags are not up here, so they must be out in the yard. 18 naked dog tags out in the yard. Well, probably not 18, but hopefully at least one. You know, it'd be really cool, actually, is if I got, like a fireball artifact or something, and it actually gave me heat, you know? That would be neat. Alright. Let's go back to the yard. And try to not die in an electro first. The real sign of mod quality will be if the tags do not spawn until he talks to you. Well, I found the journal without talking to the pianist, so I think this is not one of those kinds of mods, fortunately. It's not an Alternativa type mod. I mean, not that I don't love Alternativa, because I do, but that particular feature I'm not crazy about. Oh, there's a brain around here. Oh, and a shotgun. There's a bad brain area over in the corner there. Spooky. I kind of want... Oh, you know what? I guess the most likely place for the dog tags to be is just going to be in this container here. Yes. Oh, and this must be the guy. The corpse of our fallen ghost friend. Unfortunately, I am now rapidly freezing to death, which is not ideal. So let me try to leave quickly. Yeah. Quickly, but carefully. Okay, there we go. Ah, help me. I'm dying. Blech. Perfect. Perfect. Alright, well, I got a nice new shotgun. Mossberg M590A1. Ah, yes, the classic. Seen this animation many a time. Which is fine, because I like it, actually. I know the pump at the end is very tactical and silly, but I like it, okay? Shut up. And the flip. The Mossberg floop. It's stupid, but I appreciate it. Alright, hey buddy, I found your tags. I found your token, hold on. Oh, thank you very much, Stalker. You can move on to the second floor. And here you go. This will be your reward. Thank you. Oh. Oh shit, it actually... Oh, that's actually really cool. When the ghost guy goes away, his campfire goes away too. So I suspect there's... Oh, there's a new ghost... Oh, no. What's wrong, ghost guy? Oh no, ghost guy. Oh shit. Okay, well that ghost guy was a little bit less friendly than the first one. Ow, sorry. Okay. Oops. I think I gotta go back and get the thing again. I had a pretty good blast on that poltergeist there. I'm kind of surprised it didn't die. They're usually Pretty frail. Alright, I just want to make sure I get all the hot loot back here. I think there was... oh yes, the shotgun. Can't miss that. No crane loot, sadly. God damn it. I thought I was safe there. Oh, you know, that's something I haven't checked, is who am I? Who is this mystery man? Why, it's Major Alexander Degtyatov, of course. That's probably not an element of lore. I don't think I am actually Major Alexander Degtyatov, Mr. SBU himself. Probably just coincidentally happened to look like him. Alright, shotgun get. Ow, God, sorry, I'm sorry. Forgive me. Forgive me, Father, for I have sinned. Okay. Get the tags. Get the canned food. And get out of here. Ow, damn it. There's too many. Okay, we're fine. Now I better make sure I get nice and toasty before I talk to this guy, because he's gonna go away. So I will take the opportunity to warm up all of my shit. Crane machines are a scam. Well, sometimes they have very nice ladders on them that I get to climb, so I have to check. Okay. Alright, I think I am maximally toasty. Let me just... oh, I want to get that there. Get her all loaded up. And prepare to go deal with some polterghosts. Alright. I found your token. Thanks. Bye. So I'm kind of on the clock here, because now the campfire is out. There we go. I want to deal with those quickly before I start freezing so I can come up here. And yeah, now the other campfire's on. This must be the pianist. Hello, pianissimo. Oh, there's a dead guy here, too. Oh, the violinist! Oh, no! The pianist and the violinist. Together in eternity. How sad. The transparency shaders are not doing this man any favors. Alright, hello, brother. Oh, Stalker. I already thought that everyone forgot about this city. Yeah. Something you painfully suspicious. Something happened? Yes, it was the case. Listen. In general, I need to move on, but there is a teleport at the entrance. And someone said I need to help you so I can get through. Ah, help? Do you see the corpse next to me? It's me! Died due to severe wounds. There, at the other end of this huge room, is the corpse of my long-dead friend. We were musicians with him. Get me his personal diary and give it to me. After that, you can go up to the next floor. Okay, I'll get it. Okay, so this is a... I'm sorry to inform you that this is actually a bad mod, because I should say, okay, I already have it, because I do. but instead I have to click on him again. What a shame. I have a pianist diary. Hold on. Thank you, Stalker. The pianist and I were best friends, both musicians. We came to the zone to gain inspiration. Oh, that's certainly one reason to come here. We got it, yes. However, when you take something or receive something from the zone, you have to repay something. We paid with our souls. Okay, you probably don't care. You can go further. No, violinist, I do care. Come on. I feel sorry for you. Oh. And away he goes. Poor fella. Alright, well now I'm out of campfires again. So who's up next? What brings you to me, human being? Do you also want to test the legend of the ever-losing Stalker? Sorry, I have not heard such a legend. Here's how. Then I honestly don't understand what brings you down this hole at this time of year. I would like to know myself. You know, I need to get out of here, but there's an anomaly at the exit that constantly brings me back. One ghost said that I can only leave this place when I help all its inhabitants find peace. Tell me what's bothering you and I'll help you. What do I care about your help? When I was alive I should have been helped, but now what's the point? The point is that you find peace and go to another world, or do you want to stay here forever? No, I don't. Please help me. I'm worried about my curse, which I received while still alive. You see, before, I was a very successful stalker and got out of any mess on the winning side. That's why they called me Winner. But one day everything collapsed. In one of the raids I came across a wounded stalker, but there was something wrong with his face. Everything was in wrinkles. He asked for help, and I helped him, shot him so that he would not suffer. And before that he grunted some words. I think those were the words of a curse. Immediately after that I suffered my first defeat in the battle with the Snork. Barely escaped with severe wounds. And in the next raid I died. I could not cope with one of the mother gerboas. The machine simply did not want to get into it. You died to a rat? Laugh as much as you like. If you knew how painful this death was. I need to think. Oh, remove the curse of the winner. Have you figured out how to help me? Let's fight. You decided to test my curse on yourself? Yes, please. Let's start. Okay. Sure, I guess. The cold will not interfere with our battle. Oh, good. Oh. I won. But was it worth it? Oh, what? Oh. I don't know, was it? Huh. Now it's pitch dark out. I assume the way is probably open now. Oh, no, it's not. Huh. Oh, maybe I have taken on the guy's curse. Maybe I am now a spooky ghost trapped for all eternity. That would be rather unfortunate, wouldn't it? I wonder if I'm supposed to let him kill me instead or something like that. Oh wait, he's back. Hello. Have you figured out how to help me? Let's fight. Oh, okay, so you can fight him again. Alright, let me let him kill me and see if that does anything. Hi. You have to actually shoot me for this to work, brother. Oh. Winner. Oh, there we go. You got me. Hey, I definitely lost. Oh, okay. Is that a good thing? Oh, shit. Oh, God. Ow! God damn it. I did not mean to fall down 4 stories to my death. Okay, winner, where were you again? I was on the next floor. Oh, I see, because you have to break his curse. He had a curse and he kept losing. So the way to break the curse is to let him win. Uh-huh. I understand completely. Maybe the fact that he keeps missing is part of his curse. Okay, I lost. Oh no. You did it, winner. You're a winner once more. Let's not fall down there again. It worked! I won! Feel, I can feel it leaving. Thanks. ... Oh. Bubble. Looks like this is the way out of here. Okay. I've solved the mystery of the friendly ghosts. Now I enter Bubble. Oh. I missed my jump. Oops. Yep. Aha. Nice. Limansk, move on. We need to move on. Yeah, I need to find another campfire. Ah, here we are. Brr. Oh, come on. Come on. Oh, just in time. Thankfully, the fall of X18 lowered the bar that was raised by a few actual quality mods. Yeah, I gotta plan it out that way. I gotta make sure to throw in a real stinker once in a while. Ah, what? Who am I kidding? The fall of X18 was wonderful. I had an excellent time. I find that whether a mod is good or not often has very little relation to how much I enjoy it. Let me actually... I'm gonna turn that down and that up. Okay, so I'm still trying to get out of Limansk. Or, well, actually what I'm trying to do is find my dear friend who's injured around here somewhere. In one of the houses. Oh, it's quite dork out, isn't it? I wonder if it's colder at night, too. Now that would be immersive, truly. Oh! Hello? The driver of communism. Greetings, comrade. Greetings, what do you have? Yes, there was a problem. Our communism bus stopped. Ah, yes, the communism bus. This is a problem, my friend. I am sure that these are the tricks of malicious capital in order to stop the achievements of communism. But for their misfortune, communism is inevitable. The workers will take power into their own hands. Workers? Well, yes, comrade, look at my passengers. Here they are, the working class. Look how happy, alive, charged they are for building communism. We, the workers, are the majority. They, the capitalists, are the minority. Oh, how my hands itch. I just want to kill some capitalist. Remember, we communists are still humanists. Ahem, but these are skeletons, not Skeletons? Comrades, do you hear what he says about you? What kind of unconstructive criticism of communism is this, huh? Oh, pardon me, I'm freezing to death. Okay. Well, this is very silly. It's the ghost of an ardent communist. An ardent communist bus driver, to boot. Alright. Okay. Comrades, do you hear what he says about you? What kind of unconstructive criticism of communism is this, huh? Do you dare doubt the inevitability of communism? Ah, I think I get it. You are a capitalist, right? Or even worse, some kind of Trotskyist or a social democrat. If only I were 38, I would shoot right away. Stop, calm down, So listen, is there any way I can help? So, in order for our bus of communism to go further, we need to find the manifesto of the Communist Party written by Karl Marx and Friedrich Engels themselves. I know it must be in the garage area. They are behind you. Fine, I'll be right back. Ah. Your mission, find the Communist Manifesto. Did my brain overload when I was reading it? No, jerk-ops, I froze to death. You know? Standing out here in the middle of the night in the freezing cold. Way it goes, my dude. In fact, that's actually going to be an issue. I'm going to have to go back and heat up right quick. Light, please. Light, please. Oh, thank you. Phew. Alright, so he said the he said the Communist Manifesto was in the garages, which I think are back there. That's what he's referring to. Pardon me. I just want to make sure I'm maximally warm. You know, it'd be cool if I could get like a suit that had better insulation or whatever. Alright. Let's go find the manifesto. Oh, this is a brain zone. Ow. God damn it. Everywhere I go, electro anomalies. I am cursed. Like the winner, but different. Alright, please don't melt my brain too fast. Well, oh. Aha. That must be the Communist Manifesto. By Karl Marx and Friedrich Engels. Very important. I mean, I kind of feel like if this bus driver was truly an ardent follower of communism, he wouldn't need me to get the manifesto for him. He would already know it by heart. But I guess he's a faker. Alright. The work of Karl Marx and Friedrich Engels, in which the authors declare and justify the goals, objectives, and methods of struggle of the emerging communist organizations and parties. This important Marxist work states that the entire previous history of mankind is the history of class struggle. True. Very true. Alright, Monsieur Bus Driver. I got it. Also, these pillars are missing textures, which is why they're purple. In case you were wondering about that. Keep your manifest. Amazing. It's sacred. More precisely, a great work will help to comprehend communism. Hurrah, comrades! As they say, if the first time communism did not take off, then the second time it will definitely take off. The main thing is to kill and repress as many villains as possible. Thank you, comrade. Get some ammo. Come in handy. You can move on. Well, good luck to you. Alright, this mod seems to have a little bit of political commentary to it. That's funny. I'm gonna need a campfire here shortly, though. Or I am going to be the villain being killed and repressed. Hello, campfire. Hello, zombies. Not you. Alright, obviously there's the building right over there. Just wanted to... Oh, loot! Yoink. Just wanted to check out here. Uh-oh, uh-oh, uh-oh. Alright, let me in. Let me in. Wait, actually, how do you get... I always forget the layout of this place. Oh, wait, burners. Burners, my beloved. Ah. Comfy. You kind of have to find the balance between heating up and not burning to death either. Oh, well now I'm freezing. It's kind of annoying. I want to get closer to heat up more, but then I start taking burn damage instead. It's kind of a pain, actually. Perhaps burners are not the ideal solution. Okay. Let's get out of here. I need to get into the building. Oh, right, you have to go around the back, and the entrance is on the right side of it, I think. Hi, zombies. What's up? What is up, zombonis? And this might be where my friend is. I'm not sure. If there would be at least a spot to start a fire, that would be lovely. I'm freezing to death. Uh-oh. Oh shit. Help me. Campfire, campfire, campfire. Give me the fire. Ah, here we go. Oh, wait. Oh, no. I can't. Uh-oh. Alright, I'm just gonna run in this direction and hopefully I find something. Ah, there we go. Phew. Okay. Right on time. A mod with a sense of humor. Yeah, it is quite charming. Craving a health plus artifact. Well, I mean, the devs might not want to give you one because it could offset the whole cold mechanic. I mean, with how shitty plus health artifacts are in Call of Pripyat, it wouldn't... You would still die pretty fast from the cold. It would just make it a little easier to maintain, because as it is, like, if I take some cold damage, even once I get to a fire, I have to, like, chug a medkit. If I had an artifact, it could at least offset the supply usage, which would be nice, but... That's fine. That's fine. They. This map actually seems pretty well balanced. Like, if you just look out, if you look around a little bit, there's quite a lot of loot to be had. You do have to burn a lot of matches and medkits and vodka and stuff, but there's also plenty lying around if you look for it, so. I haven't run out yet. Oh my god, it's the skeleton room. Oh, the music stopped. That's how you know it's spooky. Jesus Christ. Why are there so many skeletons in here? I don't like it. Taking a screenshot. Hello, skeletons. Pardon me. Let me just... Oh, God. The skeleton never ends. Oh, Jesus. Why? Stop. Oh, my God. What is this? What the fuck is this arrangement here? Upside down skeleton? Oh, my God. I'm taking so many screenshots of all these fucking skeletons. Why is he upside down? Oh, message 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, etc., etc. Q, 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 Q. Oh, okay. I don't get it, but thanks. Oh, I'm dying. Okay. Ah, campfire, perfect. As you can see, it's about to get pretty spooky. It already got pretty spooky, I'd say. I guess that's just the house full of skeletons. Do you have infinite matches? No. No, I have 16 of them. But like I was saying, you find a lot of them lying around, so... I haven't ever been at any risk of running out, at least so far. Alright, well, thanks, skeletons, for the kind words, I guess. Let me go back into the skeleton room, or as you might call it, the bone zone. Skeleton playing the piano. Oh god. They're waiting for me. Oh. Okay. Alright. Skeleton army, what are you hiding back here? Nothing, I guess. It's just where the skeletons hang out. Okay, goodbye, skeletons. Thank you so much. Appreciate you. And now... I guess I just carry on. Kind of funny, there was just a house full of skeletons. No comment. Oh, they forgot about this safe, though. I'm docking another point. This mod fucking sucks, actually. How could you fit it? How could you forget about that one safe? And this one backpack, oh my god. They're losing it. This is no longer my moti. Oh. Teleport again. Enough. What to do? I don't know. Look. Uncle! Uncle! I need to look around for some more ghosts to save. What? Who is this? Uncle, let's play hide and seek. This is my children's voice, by the way. Some kind of nonsense, but I have no choice. Okay. I'm kind of freezing to death, though, so pardon me for a moment, children. Oh, hello, skeleton. Let me go light up real quick, and then I'll play with you. Ice to see you as well, Anna. Welcome. Brr. You thought the highest tier health artifacts are pretty good? Well, I mean, they're pretty good in the sense that they do literally anything, unlike the low tier ones, but the freezing damage. I mean, they're all absolutely garbage compared to the clear sky health artifacts. Do the interiors keep you warm? No, I think not. And do the bonfires stay up perpetually? No, they do not. In fact, they stay up for not very long at all, actually. This one is going to go out any second now. Yep, there it goes. Alright, where is the child? Oh, I found her. Is she in the safe? Safe? Closed. Need a key. Oh, so they didn't actually forget about this safe. It was just a quest safe. Dude, keep playing. I mean, dude, keep playing. Okay, children, I will. Oh, I bet the key's gonna be in that other backpack, actually. Oh no, it's a different backpack, which is next to the other backpack. Lamau. Oh no. Oh god, he... What? He punched me backwards. Alright, thanks, dickhead. Yeah, so in case it's not clear, what I'm doing is I'm listening for the sound of the babu, and when you go there, it moves somewhere else. So I gotta chase the child. Daddy's home. Yeah. I'll give you something to cry about. Brain damage. My favorite. You hope she is safe. Uh-huh. Well, there was a note in this stash, so I guess we're gonna get some deep lore about these ice children. Alright, father's record. Brother, thank you. Perish. Alright, help me get free. Oh, I got a doll. Huh. Hold on, let me go read the lore first. It's probably very important. Oh my god, it's Suisei Seki from Doll-chan. She's back. She's back. I can never escape Doll-chan. Oh god. This is the second Stalker mod I've played with Suisei Seki in it. An ordinary doll stained with a little blood. Okay, where's father's letter or whatever it was? Father's record. One swing of the axe and my daughter was gone. The axe... Oh. Uh-oh. The axe pierced her head. Blood stained the floor and my clothes. Before her death, she looked at me with a harmless look, with a slight smile on her face. And I clearly remember how her innocent look changed to frightened when I swung an axe at her. And I remember how the doll in her hands fell to the floor. She was very similar to her mother, even though she was 7 years old. Every time I looked at her, I remembered my mother, and remembered how much pain she caused me when she left us. Yes, I acted like a real asshole. And nothingness once killed my daughter, but she herself is to blame. Nobody forced her to look like her mother. Ugh. Yeah, that's a little bit unfortunate. Step back and look. Oh. Hi. Thank you, Uncle. Oh, she took the... I guess I can move on. Aw, that's kind of sad. This fucking creepazoid got, like, divorced. And killed his daughter because she looked too much like her mom. The daughter just wanted her doll back. Okay. This mod's got feels in it. Yeah, normally there's a big gravity anomaly here, so you can't go this way. Oh. Weasel, welcome. Weasel is me, by the way. Caught, over. I'm picking up your signal. You're close. I'm picking up your signal, too. Oh, great. Listen, you're near the fountain. You can't go any further. There is some kind of artifact that prevents you from going further. I'll figure it out. Wait. Okay. I'll save you. Oh, it's the altered insulator. It's on top of the fountain. I wonder if I can go into the time machine room, actually. Oh, skeleton detected. Limansk, inspect the fountain. Okay. I will. Ow, my brain tried to take. Oh, I can't take. Gimme. Gimme. Maybe I have to shoot it? No. Interesting. Skeleton, do you have a hint for me? I'm sure there's a reason the skeleton was highlighted in the cutscene there. Where was that skeleton, actually? Oh, here you are. Ah, he does have a hint for me, of course. How shocking. We received a special order from scientists to search for an unknown artifact in the city of Limansk. We found it, but it's not possible to take it. It's like it's been glued on. Pound said that in this case we were given a special device, Atelier Privatil, only now we accidentally broke it. Hold on, I need to light this campfire so I don't die. There we go. Father of the Zone Award. I think there's probably some better dads to be found around here. Certainly some better daddies. We were given a special device, Atelier Privatil, only now we accidentally broke it. Pound said that he would go for an old Nitschka, I think an old stash, in order to fix it. I had to leave, I'm wounded. He's gone for a long time. Okay, so I guess I'm looking for this Pound guy, who was looking for a Nitschka to fix the Atpivatil or whatever. Atelier Pivatil. Atelier Pivatil. Pardon me. Gesundheit. I wonder if Pound is in the teleporter room. That would be the perfect place to put him, wouldn't it? Oh. Ha ha ha. I'm a genius. Oh, it's a little bit spicy down here. How could I exchange my brother for the fulfillment of my desire? How could I know that not the desires that you say are fulfilled, but those desires that are in the depths of your soul? Your innermost desires are being fulfilled. My account has become 8 digits. But why do I need money if my brother is no more? Okay. Apparently this is some guy who got to the wish granter and it granted his secret wish, which was to be rich, and it, I guess, took his brother or something. Rip. This is a bit spicy, actually. Oh, sorry. Ah. Okay. And that, PDA unknown. I got so many fucking PDAs in here. Although I'm also gonna freeze. Oh yeah, this is the Clear Sky Le Mans teleporter. I'm sure we're all familiar with it. I need to go before I die. God damn it. Never mind, I'll just die anyways. I don't like the fact that the menu is in the middle of the screen here, actually, because it means that the mouse is automatically on top of it when you die, and that makes you select one of the options that I don't want to select. Because normally, if the menu is off to the side, and so you're not immediately clicking on it, you can just hit enter to pick last save without having to do anything. Jeez, I'm sorry. So this is really interrupting my death workflow. The fact that they put it in the middle there. I need to die more efficiently. Okay, there's that. Oh, careful. It's a bit precarious right here. Okay, I think I'm fine. Alright, now let me get out here and not freeze to death quickly, please. Help, I'm cold. Uh-oh, matches work with me here. I'm about to die. Oh no, I think I'm going to die. Matches, please. Stop. God damn it. These stupid matches. They're too wet. Okay. Bad mod is bad. Hey, it's just realistic, you know? Sometimes your matches are just wet, and that's the way it is. But not this time. This time they're going to cooperate fully, I'm sure. Right now. See? As easy as that. You just have to be polite. Okay, PDA unknown. Closed access to this damn room. This damn room. Another one for the pantheon of damned things. Imagine if everyone believed in this room. Imagine what will happen when they all rush here. But it's a matter of time. Any set of failed Napoleons, emperors, inquisitors, and Fuhrers of all stripes, in general, they will come here to remake the world. The stalker said that he allegedly understands this and deliberately does not take such people. But what can this stalker understand in people? So this is more, this is more Stalker 1979 lore. So apparently that is kind of the magical wish-granting room. And it is not, in fact, the thing I was looking for. That was just bonus lore. Hell yeah, bonus. So I suspect what I am looking for is going to be in this room. Oh, carefully. Oh, ow. I fell a short distance off the step and it made the thing hurt me. Alright, well I got a fucking PKM, so that's nice. Bonus lore. Yeah, plenty of bones to go around. Oh, I have the device, great. Please don't. Stop. It's just a tiny step, bro. Chill. Calm down. And I guess the sun is approximately coming out. Oh. Zombonis. Zombonis, I kind of need to... Can we maybe have a truce here while I light this campfire? Thank you. Alright, you just stay right there. Everything will be fine. Atlipilator. Modified third model. A device with which you can remove an artifact from the top of the fountain. What a what a very specific device. Alright, I'm not sure if I picked up more lore in there. I was kind of in a hurry. I think I did not. Boy, there's a lot of fucking lore items in this game, and you can't get rid of any of them. They're kissing. How cute. Alright, let me drop this, because I'm probably never going to be able to use it anyways. Alright, so do I just, oh. Oh god. Burer. Hi. Oh no. Hey, that's my gun. Damn it. Okay. Oops. My B. Uh-huh. The traditional Burer strategy. Just stab them in the face. Oh, it didn't work. Huh. Why is that? Do I have to install the device somewhere? Deal with the defense. The defenders of the fountain suddenly appeared. It is necessary to deal with them. Maybe I have to kill the zombies too? Zombies. Pardon me, you must die. Okay. There were 3 of them, I think. Well, I thought there were, but I don't see the other one. Huh. Surely this is not some kind of a bug. Surely not. A bug in my Stalker mod? Or perhaps there's, I don't know, maybe there's like another bureau down in the teleporter room or something. I guess I don't need this other shotgun, now that I have the fancy one. It takes a little while to get your heat back on. I wouldn't mind if that was a little bit faster. But it's more immersive this way, so it's fine. Okay. Who else is around here, huh? No, there's nobody down here. Hmm. Help. I don't know what's happening. Yeah, I can't take it. Oh, it knocks my gun out of my hands too. That's cute. Let me just look around for a moment. Did one of these zombies like go hide in a corner somewhere where I can't find it? Or what's going on here? Zombie. Well, let me, Let me try to kill the zombies before I do the thing. So there's definitely 2 zombies there. No doubt about that. Ah, there is a 3rd zombie, okay. This guy must have just fucked off somewhere. Okay, fair enough. Hello, Parshi, welcome, good to see you. Oh, my stamina's... Hi. Oh no, my stamina's... Please. Ow, ow, ow. Get your ass back here. Completely legitimate beer fighting tactics. There we go. Easy every time. Alright, remove the artifact from the top of the fountain. Will do. The artifact crumbled in my hands. Oh, well, isn't that a shame? Alright, this building is usually just kind of a hangout spot for some monolithians, so I don't expect there to be anything in here. Nope. I figure my friend is in that building there. Oh, and there's a fire in that building. How tempting. If I can get to it without exploding, that is. Oh, or freezing to death, as I believe I am currently doing. I'm in the buildings opposite. Yeah, I figured, dude. I can tell. There's a big fucking campfire in there. Think I'm stupid or something? Ah, hello. Well, you don't look very injured. Dodgy, buddy, hello. Hi, friend. Good to see you. I have more or less come to my senses. I think I can go already. Only now. What? Oh. I just seemed... What did you just seem? Huh? And I... Huh? And I don't exist. What? I don't understand. What don't you understand, friend? These radios didn't exist. You just imagined. And I also only seem to you. You have become a victim. A victim of the winter madness. Sorry. A victim of the winter madness. ... Winter madness is an unexplained phenomenon in which a person loses his memory, either completely or partially, occurs only in winter. Moreover, a person gets some kind of psychological illness for the winter period. In your case, a split personality. Hey, wait. Somebody just mentioned split personalities a minute ago. Do you really not understand that you are now communicating with yourself? ... This case contains the ice artifact, or the Lyod artifact. It is necessary on the orders of the bartender, but these unknown people came to you. You ran from them, hid, and yet you managed to break away from them. But you became a victim of winter madness. Oh God, I finally remembered everything. He's in this building, shoot to kill! Can I move, maybe? Run to the exit from the city. Oh my God, I'm going to be killed by the unknown soldiers or whatever. Can I not just shoot them, though? Like, you know? Oh, they're right there. Unfortunately, this is one of those horrible mods where the PKM does not let you aim down sights. Which is really just a miserable experience. Oh, shit. Alright, well, I think I'm probably supposed to just run away and not fight these guys. But, oh. Uh-oh. That's unfortunate. Game is dead. Oh, it's been a little while since I made a save, I think. That was my quick save. Oh wait, this is oh sorry, spoiler. This is Чужой сред чужих. Not Lyod. Sorry. Pretend you didn't see that. Whoops. Oopsie daisy. Alright, quick save. Are we good, maybe? I may have to roll back a little bit, but that's alright. I already solved all the puzzles, so I know what to do. And and uh no. Okay, I'm gonna have to roll back a little bit. Sorry about that. Oh well. So it goes. That's unfortunate. This mod has been very stable up to this point. But alas, no longer. Yeah, sorry, I clicked the wrong game for a moment there. This is what happens when you have 26 different copies of Stalker installed. Okay, well, I have been making hard saves with some regularity, but I may have fallen back a quest or two. But we'll be fine. I don't need to read the lore again, so it'll go a bit faster. Oh, the protagonist lost his PDA 6 months ago, but he does not remember this. Alright, well, there's your PDA lore. I lost it and then forgot. Alright, so here's the... Well, I was thinking it was kind of odd how, I show up here in Limansk and then my friend here is just like conveniently yelling out of the radio at me. I guess that explains it. There was no friend. It was just me, Dio. Okay, yep. Altered Spring. I understand completely. Skeleton, thank you. Hello, skeleton. Give me the lore. Okay, so I need to... Well, I don't actually have to go down here, but I have to acquire the lore. I can't not get loreified. So I want to go right there. And right there. Grab the lore. Head on back. Ah, look, I remembered. I'm a genius. Okay. Now I gotta go over... Well, let me get warm first. I might freeze before I get the other thing. Dirty matches. Dirty matches, come on. Get on fire already, he says. There we go. Okay. I'm gonna go ahead and drop these. Heat up my sausage. Not like that. Okay. Now I just gotta pop on down here real quick and get the mysterious device and... Stop! These things, they hurt you if you move too quickly, which normally you can avoid by just, holding the walk button, but if you fall off a very small ledge like that, it is not sufficient. Or indeed, sometimes if you walk up a ledge too quickly. So let me go super slow mode. There we go. Okay, so there should be some Zambos out here. Also, I'm very heavy. Hello, Zambos. Perish. I've got a lot of matches, so there's really no reason not to just warm up whenever you have the opportunity. I also have a lot of food and a lot of other stuff. Is every enemy designed to not target you? Yeah, I'm not sure what's up with the zombies. I think they're just a little bit confused. They have tried to attack me before. So I think they're trying, they're just not very good at it. Alright. Let's go get this insulator. Oh. And then die instantly. Oops. I see you. Ta-da! Alright, artifact has crumbled. And moving on. I'll receive, I think, one last radio message from my quote-unquote friend. Or maybe not, I don't recall. Ah, there we go. I'm in the buildings opposite. Or are you? Hmm. Alright, I'm gonna warm up here and then go loot the building before I talk to him. And, you know what? Fuck the PKM. I hate not being able to aim. Makes me very sad, so I'm just gonna drop this here. In fact, is there a bathtub around here? No, alright, you can sleep on the bed. What? What are we gonna do on the bed, PKM-kun? Oh, exactly. Alright, so let me just go around and pick up all the hot loot. Which I know there's at least a little bit of. Yeah, here's some hot loot. Band-aids. Nice. Nice, 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 nice. Okay, I think that's all of the loot, perhaps. I'm locked and loaded. I'm eating a piece of bread. Yum, delicious. Let's make a save here. And now it's time. It's gonna be kind of annoying if I have to watch this cutscene every time. If I die here. He's in this building. Shoot to kill. Okay. I will try to make a quick save here, but I don't know if it will work. So the quest tells me that I should just run. So that is probably what you're supposed to do here, is not fight the guys. Just skedaddle. Ow! Oh god, the guy's kinda... Okay, well maybe skedaddling is not that effective. It's alright. When in doubt, murder everyone. has yet to fail me. Alright, I think some of them are probably coming in here to get me. It's blasting time. Oh, hi. What are you up to in there? Exo man hiding in the bathroom? Nope. Quite a few men here, aren't there? Also, this guy in his beautiful pink jacket. Very fresh. I thought these guys were like mercenaries or something, but they don't. They look more like regular stalkers. Also, die. Who are you? Vasya Pebble? Mark Lame? Kolya Ace? Oh, is that a G3 or an FAL? It is? Oh no, it's a... Ew, it's a SIG. Sorry, I'm stupid. Ew, gross. A SIG. Yeah, so I guess these are just... Well, they're unknown. So they could be mercenaries or stalkers or something. I don't know. So it seems, I think I've overcome my wintervadness. Or my winter madness, as they say in English. Because I don't seem to be freezing anymore. I have become one with Elzona. I no longer fear the cold. Oh, Stalker is almost at the tunnel. Group D, your way out. Well, it wouldn't be a Stalker game without the end of it just turning into a shooting gallery, right? As is tradition. Ow. That hurt. You big bully. Thank you, RTM. Yeah, I don't think this is lore. I think they just turn off the cold at the end here so you don't have to worry about it while you're fighting all these dudes. Which is fair enough. Oh. There's probably no point at all looting these guys because I think the mod is about to end. But, you know. Hey, I got a fucking shotgun upgrade. Hell yeah, brother. Oh yeah, so I have a special, the ice artifact, that I was supposed to retrieve per bartender, and then I fell in a... I was chased by all these bad men, and I fell in the hospital, and I contracted a case of winter madness. But I guess I've escaped, maybe. Oh, stop, let's talk. Why should I talk to you if you want to kill me? Yes, that's true. But we didn't think you'd practically be able to get away from us. If you go further along the tunnel, then we will no longer be able to chase after you. Okay, so I should do that, right? Why are you saying this? Who are you anyway? Why did you surrender this ice, the artifact? We are unknown. Sorry, but I can't say our name. We are engaged in trapping and destroying winter artifacts, anomalous formations that are born only in winter in the zone. Okay. Yeah, and as I understand it, you are also engaged in killing stalkers that found these winter artifacts, right? Is that why you were after me? All right, but understand, winter artifacts pose a threat to humanity as a whole. There is some energy in these artifacts, you know? And this energy holds back the spread of the zone in winter. If those... Wait. There is some energy in these artifacts. This energy holds back the spread of the zone in winter. If these artifacts are spread to the south, then there will not be enough energy to contain, and then... Then? The zone will forever be covered in winter. It will be clear when June is already on the calendar, and winter will remain in the expanses of the zone. After that, the winter zone will begin its large-scale expansion, and in the future it may even swallow the whole world. Why should I believe you? We have no reason to lie. In this situation, you are on a horse. You can just pick up and leave, finally running away from us. But then you put the whole world at risk. I know it all sounds like a cheap movie, but it's all true. You can listen to us and give the artifact, then we will let you go. And in this situation, the world can sleep peacefully. Or you can not listen to us and just run away. In this case, you expose the whole world and humanity to the threat of destruction. Fortunately for you, we will no longer be able to chase you, since the road to the south is closed to us for mystical reasons. Oh, how convenient. Time to choose. Time to choose, Slick. Oh, wow. I've never seen this kind of thing before. So I can either escape or give artifact. Huh, interesting. This is a... You can't tell, but this is actually a custom... It's like a custom menu that they're displaying right now in order to have these hotkeys available. Well, my feeling is that these guys are kind of dickheads, and they could have, you know, tried to talk to me before now and explain what's happening, not wait until the very end when I'm about to escape. So I'm not sure I believe these doofuses. Kind of cool, the custom... Oh yeah, no, it's very cool. I like this a lot. So I don't trust these fellas. I think they're... I think they're operating under, you know, for their own reasons. And they're just salty that I'm about to get away because I'm the greatest stalker of all time. So, fuck you, I'm leaving. An irreplaceable winter has come in the zone. This became clear when May-June was supposed to come on the calendar. Around July, the zone unexpectedly began its expansion, absorbing new territories and plunging them into eternal winter. But the worst thing is that it looks like the zone is not going to stop. Oops! Whoopsies. I made a little fucky-wucky there. It turns out they were... Oh, Ice. Authors Cream and Emmis. Well, I should have trusted these murderous shitbags that were trying to kill me this entire time. You know, I hope you don't blame me too much. But yes, I guess Zone is winter now, and soon it will encompass the entire world, and it will be winter everywhere all the time. Oops. I've brought about the end of humanity, probably. How unfortunate. Oh, okay, there we go. Nice. Well, let's try the other way. That's funny. Let's try the other one. Okay, what would be really bold is if both of them are bad ends. Entire Ukraine gets to complain of shoveling snow out the doorway 12 months instead of 3. Well, I mean Ukraine first, but then everywhere, I think. Swallow the whole world. Time to choose, Mr. Freeman. Alright, here, have your weird artifact. Spring has come in the zone. The sun illuminates the zone. Grass grows through the melted snow. For inexplicable reasons, the atmosphere of a stable zone is felt. The unknown, as expected, disappeared again as if they had never happened, and winter artifacts remained desirable among stalkers. Okay, good end. Yeah, so there's some kind of weird winter cult that I guess lives in the center of the zone and protects the winter artifacts from leaving so that the winter energy can be contained and not make the zone be winter all the time, I guess. And I guess in this timeline, I just hand over the artifact and leave and go back to the bar. And I guess Barman is going to be kind of mad at me because I failed at my quest. But, well, I mean, really, if you think about it, in this ending, we, the gamers, know that this was the correct choice. But as far as Protagonist Kun is concerned, he just handed over the artifact and left. And then, nothing happened. Winter ended like it always does. So, for all he knows, he probably just got scammed. But that's alright. We know the truth. That the unknown is protecting the world from devastation. Thanks, unknown. Truly humanity's greatest allies. Well, isn't that cute? Isn't that cute? Oh, note number 2. Do not take off your overalls in the cold. Oh, okay, I won't. Well, I mean, I guess at the end of it, I killed a lot of them and they didn't kill me, so they really kind of got the short end of the stick here. But, like, yeah, you would have thought they would have, from the beginning, just called me on the radio and said, hey, buddy, if you just give us the case, we'll just go away. We don't have to fight in the first place. But no, they decided to shoot first and be reasonable later. I suppose they deserved death. Now, what if I do this? Okay, nothing. Just curious. Ta-da! Well, that was ice. Lyod. Was this really a 2.5 hour mod? Yes, it was. Yeah, let me bring it up in the chat there. There's the mod page. Russian only, as usual, so whatever. But yeah, wow, I really enjoyed that quite a lot. You know, I have often spoke of how I'm much more in favors of mods that just try to, kind of execute on one concept and not try to do everything. And I think this mod is kind of the perfect example of that. It's just a little winter mod with some little winter mechanics, and you just go through a story and you read some fun lore, and it's got nice atmosphere and metro music and a lot of cute little references to the Stalker movie and Metro and even other Stalker mods. This mod is just very, it's kind of small and charming, and you can play through it in an evening and move on with your life. I think if I was playing like a full, more long form, less story centric mod, the winter mechanics would probably get kind of annoying. Like, at least the way they're set up in this, they only really work in this very linear, constrained gameplay. But that's the context they're in, and I think they work perfectly well for it. I mean, it's a pretty. Well, it's kind of funny. Like, they have all these mechanics that put resource pressure on you, but then they also give you a lot of resources if you just look around. So it's like, it kind of sets you up to feel like you're in danger of running out of stuff, but you never actually do. Unless you're just like, I don't know, unless you decided to just camp out somewhere for hours and hours, but there's no reason to do that. So yeah, I don't know. I don't have anything to complain about, really. Like, the graphics were pretty good. A lot of winter mods look horrible, and this one looked quite acceptable. I wouldn't say it looked amazing or anything. The graphics were just, decent winter graphics. The gameplay was decent winter gameplay. There was not that much like combat or anything. It's mostly just reading stuff and dealing with the winter stuff, but that's the point, so why not? Stability, well, I was gonna say it was a perfectly stable mod, but then it kind of fucked up right at the end there, so I guess I would have to give the usual recommendation of make hard saves often if you're gonna play this mod, because apparently sometimes you're just in an unsavable state, which is unfortunate, but other than that, it was perfectly fine. I think that was the only crash I had in the game, and all the quests worked as they were supposed to, so, you know, points for that. It's always kind of, it's hard to heap too much praise stability wise on short linear mods like this because there's just not that many opportunities for things to go wrong. Although I did notice it had some nav mesh problems. A lot of the mutants did not, well, I say a lot of, there were barely any mutants in the first place, but those that were seemed to be having some navigational issues. But, whatever. It's not, that was not really the point of the mod anyway, so I wouldn't say it detracted too much. But yeah, I mean, I guess if you watch the stream, you pretty much got the experience. you know, it's kind of one of those mods, but honestly, it's so short and it's so cute and it has such a nice little charm to it that I would easily recommend people play this, given that they speak Russian or that they find a translation for it, which, as far as I know, there are not any. But yeah, I like it. This is like this is almost exactly the type of mod that I enjoy the most. It just shows up and, says what it's trying to say and then it, fucks off before it gets annoying. So, good job, Lyod. I would give it, well, yeah, I guess it depends on, if the fact that it's so short bothers you, then maybe it's more of like a 7. But setting aside the length or the amount of content, I'd give it more like an 8, just because I think it executed very well on the one thing that it wanted to do and it didn't get bogged down with anything else. So, excellent mod. Very nice. Thank you, Lyod. Thank you, Krim and MS, for making this very nice, cute little mod for me. I mean, not for me, but it's for me, damn it. This is my mod. And this came out, when did this come out? It's a fairly recent mod, but not super, super recent. It came out in February, actually. So in a slightly more wintry time, but not too old either. Yeah, cool mod. Good mod. I like it. Nice. Great job. But that was only 2.5 hours of typically a 5-hour stream, so it's a good thing I set up another mod to play. So before I switch to it, let me split the VOD in half, as I frequently do. So that's the end of Lyod Ice. Cool mod. Get it? Okay, I'm gonna cut the VOD now. Bye. Sort of.